Okay, everybody, I'm back here with part 2 of my predictions of Bragging Rights this Sunday. Now, not just my predictions, but how I would like to see it go as a fan, but how I would book it if I was in charge. Now, like I said, Team SmackDown consists of Captain Big Show as the captain, Rey Mysterio, Jack Swagger, Alberto Del Rio, Edge, Tyler Rex, and Kofi Kingston, Hornswoggle as the mascot. Team Raw is captained by The Miz with R-Truth, John Morrison, Santino Marella, Sheamus, CM Punk, and Ezekiel Jackson. Now, as a fan, I would love to see, believe it or not, Team Raw win, because it would basically balance things out. As a fan, I would like to see it balance things out. Both sides each year would have a win. And then next year, if they have another Bragging Rights, have SmackDown win, then have Raw win, and SmackDown win, Raw. Now, as a fan, I'd like to see it go back and forth. That's what I would like. But booking wise, again, and this is almost sounding redundant. Booking wise, I would love to see Team Raw win, no matter how Team Raw win, because for the second year, well, booking wise, I'd have Team Raw win, because for the second year in a row, we'd have a betrayal, but this time on the SmackDown side of things. Now, you remember how I said that booking wise, I would go with my second option, have Undertaker win and be world champion, but still be sort of in a weakened state. You know, not really 100%. Well, I said that would open the door. By doing so, that would open the door for someone on Team SmackDown to get a title shot. Well, this may sound out of the blue for you, but booking wise, I would have Team Raw win because of a betrayal on the SmackDown team, and that betrayal being by none other than, no, not Edge, no, not Alberto Del Rio, no, not Tyler Rex, no, not Rey Mysterio, not Kofi Kingston, no, there's only one person. One person that would put himself before Team SmackDown. Jack Swagger. That's right. Now I know you're thinking, Jack Swagger? You're kidding. No, I'm not kidding. Here's why. Jack Swagger is being treated like a joke, right? Jack Swagger would... This is how I would book it. I would book Team Raw to win because of Jack Swagger's betrayal. Not because Jack Swagger wants to go to Raw, but because Jack Swagger is sick and tired of being reduced to the position he's in. And that feeling as though having the feeling that he's got this mascot on his side now, this American eagle on his side, this bald eagle. I see Jack Swagger turning on the team, and for one reason. He'll do it because he wants to gain a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship. Now you might think, well, Teddy's not going to give him a world title match. He just betrayed the team. Here's the deal. Teddy Long will give him a match against The Undertaker, or against Kane, or against whoever, maybe against Kane and another person, for a chance at the #1 contendership. With the stipulation that if Jack Swagger doesn't win, Jack Swagger's off of SmackDown. He's gone. But that's how I would book this match. I would have Team Raw win because of the betrayal of Jack Swagger to because of Jack Swagger's betrayal to SmackDown, and the fact that Jack Swagger wants to do it because he wants to get a shot at the world title, which, believe it or not, he hasn't been in the world title picture as of late. This would be the perfect opportunity to put him back in there because, believe it or not, I think he's ready now. I think he's legitimately ready to get that run, that long-term run that he needs. But that's why I believe Jack Swagger, I want you to write this down. I want you to mark it down. Jack Swagger, this name right here, this person, this superstar, is going to be the reason Team Raw wins, because he's going to betray his team. Not just because of his feud with Edge, but because of the fact that he wants the World Heavyweight Championship. Now you might say to yourself, well, Brian, Team SmackDown's full of people that want to have feuds. They got two major feuds on their team. They got Alberto and Ray. They got Edge and Swagger. They're going to lose anyway. Booking wise, well, as a fan, yes, that is true. Booking wise, the smart thing to do is to have someone like Jack Swagger betray the team, cost the team the match, and do it because he wants a World Heavyweight title match. Heck, if you don't want to go with Jack Swagger, go with Alberto Del Rio. Or even go, okay, here's the thing. Jack Swagger is who I would book in the position for the second year in a row to betray his brand's team and cost them the bragging rights match. That's how I would book it. But again, just like with the Buried Alive match, there are three options, Jack being one of them. The other two are Alberto Del Rio and Tyler Rex. Alberto would probably betray Raw because he feels as though, hey, he's all that, he's better than everybody else, and that he, just like Jack Swagger, should automatically have a world title match. That's why he would do it. Same with Tyler Rex. Tyler Rex, from what I have seen so far, is the kind of guy that doesn't trust anybody. And people shouldn't trust him. He's basically an unknown. He's a wild card. And he'd be the kind of guy that, in this match, not only would he betray Team SmackDown, but he'd do it because he wants to automatically make an impact, not just through his betrayal, but because he wants a shot at the world title. That's all it comes down to with those three options. My option, of course, if I was booking the show, have Jack Swagger betray them, cost them the match. But the three options, like I said, depending on which way you go, Swagger, Del Rio, Rex, it's all about getting a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship. And that's why, like I said earlier in video 1, I predict The Undertaker to beat Kane in the Buried Alive match. So, prediction-wise, I'd like to see Team Raw win as a fan because it would basically go back and forth every year. I'd love to see a back and forth deal. But booking-wise, it's going to come down to someone betraying Team SmackDown. My opinion, it's going to be Swagger if I was booking it. All because they want a shot at the World Heavyweight title. That's how I look at it. Now, on to what could be the main event of the night. Randy Orton versus Wade Barrett. Wade Barrett having John Cena, reluctant member of Nexus, in his corner for the WWE Championship. Now this reeks and smells of JBL taking on Cena last year with HBK and JBL's corner. This is what it reeks of. Now, as a fan, believe me, you're going to be shocked by this, but as a fan, I'd love to see Wade Barrett win. Why? Well, even though it sounds redundant, the WWE title would actually give Nexus a little bit of momentum, give them the momentum they need. But here's another reason. As a fan, I'd love to see John Cena basically challenge Wade Barrett, win a match down the line, probably that night, the night after Wade Barrett wins his match. I'd love to see John Cena win a #1 contenders match, maybe against Randy, could be, or maybe the week after, win a #1 contenders match and challenge Wade Barrett for the title, with the stipulation that if John Cena loses, he either stays in Nexus and finally embraces it, or he quits WWE. But if Wade Barrett loses, not only does he lose the title, but Nexus is dissolved, never to disband again. I mean, never to band together or reunite or reform again. That's how it would work. But this would, as a fan, to me, it would create intrigue, because I would love to see the Nexus members, especially someone like, say, David Otunga, be like, man, he walks around here with that title now thinking he's better than all of us. What are we supposed to be, his lackeys? I'd love to see dissension start with Nexus. Does that dissension grow even more because they start seeing the truth behind Wade Barrett's motive, that all he cared about was himself. I mean, where's their title shots? I mean, where's their tag team titles? Where's the U.S. title? Huh? It's not there. Who's the only person getting a title match? Wade Barrett. And as a fan, I'd love to see Wade Barrett win because it would bring all those interesting aspects. I mean, down the line, have John Cena win a #1 contenders match, challenge Wade Barrett to a match at Survivor Series, to where if John Cena loses, he either stays in Nexus and embraces it, or he quits WWE, or if Wade Barrett loses, not only does Wade lose the title, but Nexus dissolves, never to reform again. And besides that, and along with that, again, it would create a lot of intriguing interest, because all these members would be like, well, wait a minute, where's our title matches? Where's our tag team title shots? Where's our U.S. title shots? You know, they'd be wondering that. So that's why, as a fan, I would like to see Wade Barrett win. Booking-wise, though, I'd go with Randy Orton. Why? Because either way, fan or booking, I'd like to see Randy Orton win, because because a lot of people are saying that someone like a Randy Orton doesn't get a legitimate run sometimes. Some people have said, yeah, he's been in the mountaintop too many times. Listen, some say he's boring and bland, and they're trying to make him the next Stone Cold. Listen, that's what they want to do. They want to make him the next Stone Cold, so they want to give him a legitimate title run. Let's not forget this. For the majority of 1998, for the majority of it, Stone Cold was champion. Yeah, he lost it a couple times, but most of the time he was champion. 2001, he was champion for most of that. Yeah, he lost it once, but he regained it. But he was still champion most of that year. That's why, booking-wise, I put Randy Orton over Wade Barrett, and here's why. Wade Barrett would probably have, I don't know, some kind of altercation like HBK had with JBL, where HBK accidentally kicked JBL in the face, causing him the match against John Cena. I'd have an altercation where John Cena would come into the ring when the referee is down, and at the orders of Wade Barrett, and Wade Barrett telling him to deliver the attitude adjustment, but not specifically saying who to do it to. Now, yeah, we'd all know he's just telling him to put the attitude adjustment on Randy Orton and help him win the match. But here's what would happen. He'd say, I want you to come in here, put the attitude adjustment, and lock on, and use the attitude adjustment now. Right? He would basically order and demand him to use the attitude adjustment. So what does John Cena do? He uses it, right, but on Wade Barrett. After the altercation. The altercation being, Randy would accidentally hit John Cena in the face or something like that, and then John would grab Wade Barrett and hit him with the attitude adjustment. Or John Cena could go for the attitude adjustment on Randy. Randy could rake the eyes, causing John Cena to play like he's temporarily blind, go up and grab Wade and hit him with the attitude adjustment. Either way, this is going to lead to a John Cena versus Wade Barrett match, either way, fan or booking wise, at Survivor Series. I mean, look, you got Nexus on the Survivor Series poster, so you know they're going to be playing a major role. You know they're going to be playing a major role. So that is why I would booking wise, if I was booking the show, I'd book John Cena, not Jesse, but Randy Orton to beat Wade Barrett, because of an altercation that's going to lead to John Cena taking on Wade Barrett at Survivor Series, basically in a one-on-one winner-take-all match. Basically, I feel the stipulation is going to be like, if John Cena loses, he'll leave WWE forever. Wade Barrett loses, Nexus is gone forever, and Wade Barrett might have to leave the WWE. Who knows? But anyway, that's how I would book the show with the matches, and prediction-wise as a fan, I'd like to see how the matches would go. As a fan, prediction-wise. So booking-wise, those are my how I book the show. But as a fan, prediction-wise, it's like those are how, and my predictions are how, as a fan, I'd like to see it go. Prediction-wise, as a fan. But booking-wise, that's how I would book it. As a fan, that's how I'd like to see it go. So tell me what you think. Tell me if you agree. I know we're a little over 24 hours from it. So tell me what you think, and I'll talk to y'all later.